Good afternoon. My name is Scott Redler, Chief Strategic Officer at T3Live.com. Welcome to today's recap. So it's Wednesday, and it's been a decent week so far. Lots of nice action. The market's been consolidating for 5, 6, 7 sessions, depend where you look, and then you're starting to get some continuation moves, some more explosive than others. Some leadership stops breaking out. Lots of rotation going on. So lots of things to do if you're looking for setups, looking for trades, and then just tacking it on. Let's just get right into the charts. If you look here at the chart of the spiders, okay, you had your move above the 2-year range, okay, coming into here. Then all of a sudden went sideways, let the 8-day catch up, didn't correct, okay, and then today, I know I had a little spiders overnight. You also had a chance to buy a little bit in the hole because it wound up clearing, this little 3-day range and, closed a little bit off highs, but all in all, a day in the life, sideways consolidation, 8-day caught up. If you were buying a little bit of support, that made it a little bit easier for you to add today because, it wasn't that powerful, but there was some stuff to do there. Same thing goes for the, for the IWM. IWM, not quite leading, but it's also, flagging. If you bought it as it touched the 8-day moving average today, it showed early morning weakness. It's okay. I think you could be in a, maybe a tier 1, and next trade could be if it gets above this little spot here. As far as the bios, we started talking about it earlier this week, and then today, the IBBs had a really nice move. Okay, just real quickly, I'm not going to draw it all the way up. It basically took out this 274, 275 area, closed on highs. Day one, you would think, that you could probably trade this up towards this resistance. Okay, it would be, unfortunate if it just fails, and laggard group sometimes does. But I have a feeling that, the way the market's looking for, catch up in alpha, that, after making its double bottom low, this was, decent spot. So if you have some overnight, great. I actually went with the LABU, which also gave you a nice move, almost 7% or so. And to me, I think that, maybe we have a multi-day move here. We'll see. At this point, though, if you bought the open, kind of like I did, and they got above this spot, you should be in a little bit overnight, just a little. We shall see. Hasn't cleared this spot, but perhaps this could be day one, and if it opens down, you buy a little bit. Clears this, you buy a little bit more. But that's how you move around. Energy still lagging. I'm a little long the XLE. The inventories didn't help that much, but all in all, a little bottom tail. If you're looking for things to do, this is not the best thing to do, but it's it held the 21-day and it's flagging. So if you're in small because it hasn't given you any momentum yet, you're in small buying a dip, and then if it happens to get some traction and clears this spot, you buy a little bit more. 2 days ago, I started talking about how Facebook woke up. Amazon held the 21-day. If you went with those, great. I had a nice 2-day move in both. Unfortunately, I didn't hold it for the third. What do we call a igniting bar, a wake-up move? It happened twice here. First, support held after making this overthrow low. Here was your first igniting bar. That was Facebook then, okay? And then what did it do? It came in and held the top third of that range, so gave you a buyable dip, okay, the day after, and then made new highs, came back, held going sideways, and then woke up again by clearing this 4-day range with an engulfing bar. Opened down, you could have bought that, you could have bought it when it went above the high, and now you're at all-time highs. You'll be reading about it in all the newspapers. This is why Facebook is on my morning game plan every single day. Sometimes it's good, sometimes it's bad. For me, it was a nice 2-day trade. If you held it, I didn't think it was going to just break out to all-time highs, but it happened. So at this point, you use my day count. Usually day 1 you're buying, day 2 you're adding, day 3 you're selling. So hopefully you just didn't buy it today because it is a little bit extended. Amazon, not a blockbuster, but a lot of us targeted that 729, and that's where it came into the 21-day and turned up. Okay, will it be at all-time highs before earnings? Maybe. It's in the game. It's a leadership stock. We shall see. Netflix gave some a trade above yesterday's pivot. We talk about pivots because sometimes you don't have patterns, and nobody knew what was actually going to happen with Netflix. So this is what happened. Okay, you had a doji close after holding this support. So all you knew was this pivot, which was yesterday's high, 86.75, and got above it, played with it, and then gave you a nice little move all the way up to 88.49. So nice little day trade. Now we'll see what happens next. There's a big gap here. Does it continue for a few days, or does it fail and head back down? We don't know. All we know is pivots. Now tomorrow we'll see how it opens and how it deals with this. Does it get above it and continue, or does it get above it and fail, or does it not get above it? That's some questions you ask yourself before the day starts. Apple did a whole lot of nothing. You know, I had it overnight. I didn't take it I had it yesterday. I didn't take it overnight just because I didn't like the way it traded. It was kind of lethargic, but we shall see. Intel looked like a decent report, but it's come a long way. We'll see what happens tomorrow. After hours, I do think it's down. We'll see if, you know, if it holds the 8-day. The 8-day is all the way down here. Okay, it stole from earnings by going up prior. Look at the size of this move, so it had to be special. If it's not special, it's hard to price in or continue higher. If you know you just have a move from 31 to almost 36, and this is a mega cap right into resistance. So, you know, at this point it was priced for perfection, and that's Intel. Microsoft gave you a nice gap with a doji. So now at this point, we'll just see how it hangs in there. The best case scenario would be hang out, build a little bit of a base above this gap, and then our next trade could be above this spot for momentum. It came from the lows. Doji close, that means that you know you have to give it a little bit of time. We'll see if it breaks below this. We'll see how much of the gap it fills. If not, you know, maybe it goes sideways to continue. TWLO, a whole different story. Look at that little red dog reversal. You know, it was fast. If you read my note, I've been putting this on every single day. I said, let's look for an entry in TWLO. If it trades below 39.04 and comes back above it, maybe you got it. Well, it traded below it for a mere second, trapped some shorts, got some people long, and boom. Okay, now we'll see whether this pivot holds, and at some point it takes out the prior high. Okay, we've been charting ICIA for a while, and guys have had an enormous run with this thing. My goodness gracious. You know, this is a new issue, came public, and that's why we said learn how this thing trades, and we started charting it and putting it in my note right around here. Okay, this was really one pivot to buy after this one, and now it's really extended from the 8-day, so I'd be a little careful here, but just goes to show you new issues that have limited supply, that have sponsorship, boom. Okay, new names. We look for some new names sometimes. And that's really it. You know, every day there's some setups. It is the summer, so you can't expect blockbuster volume and blockbuster stuff, but it's earnings season and the things are shaping up. You know, as the market extends, we're getting different types of bull flags, we're getting different types of pullback patterns, we're getting, you know, different types of bull flag breakouts, you know, engulfing bars, and you keep moving around. As long as you're prepared, you'll hopefully find something to do, and you'll be looking for setups versus just looking for a top, because those looking for a top have been looking for it since post-Brexit, and they're probably hating the market every single day they come to work because they're fighting trends. If something changes, hopefully we'll have it for you. Oh, last but not least, look at the GDX. Okay, GDX, you know, broke this upper area. I put it in my morning note this morning, and in the morning call, I said if it can't get back above this pivot, it's breaking below, get out of the way. And now you had a clean break below. You know, who knows where it's going to go now? You know, it could go all the way down to the 50-day. This was a hard break. Some people are probably short overnight. GLD was below the 8-day. We talk about when momentum trends break. Well, the GLD, you know, broke the 8-day right here, tried to hold the 21-day, couldn't get back above it, and closed on lows. These things trade weird overnight, so if you're taking it home short, just take care. From here to there, it's a little, you know, it's not as easy, but we'll see what happens closer to the 50-day. If you sold as it was extended, you know, maybe you'll be able to buy back. Same thing with the TLTs. What do the TLTs do? Hovering. Not a strong trend right now, not above the 8-day moving average. Broke below, came back above, getting a little choppy here. At some point, maybe find some traction. We'll see. It looks like this too. You know, could see the 50-day. Which it's found support each time. But again, things to do. Take trades, use a tier system, use your moving averages, find the setup, don't look for a top. When we find one, it'll show itself. But until then, just keep trying to make money. Net money every day. That's how you make a living as a trader. See you tomorrow.